Okay, so here's we're going to work on the final editing of your doodle to art scenario. And so when you have all your graphs on here, and you have it on Desmos here, I want to try and cut my graph off. So I'm going to find these points of intersections, and I know I want to cut it from negative 5.524, which is the x value, over to this x value here of 0.139. And so if I take my Desmos, and if I go a curly bracket, and the value is negative 5.514, I believe. Oh, 524. I'm going to go less than or equal to, and if I do the equal sign, it will magically change that, x. Or I can also go to here and do less than or equal to, and I want this value here to be 0.139 is where I believe it is here. Okay, and then I can see that it cut the red graph as such. And if I put those into here as well, and I go to my graph, I can see that it's all trimmed off and there's my doodle. Some other things I can do to help emphasize this is if I go to my wrench, if I go to the wrench here, I can turn the grid off. I can get rid of my axis numbers. I can get rid of the axes, both axes, and then I just have a diagram. I can even take it and make it a bit bolder. So now I go projector mode and it makes it just a little bit bigger. And now I have my doodle. Once I have my doodle, that's made into a graphic. If I come along and if I take a screenshot, so I'm just going to take a screenshot of my graphic, and then I'm going to go to Google Slideshow, and I'm going to paste it onto a slide. All right, and so now I can take my slide and I can do different things with it. I can shorten it up. If I take the top here, I can turn it. I can even, if I go to formatting options, so if I go to formatting options here, I can look at different scenarios. But if I look at the color, I'm going to make it a little bit gray. And I'm going to make the transparency a little bit less. You can work on the brightness if you want. Which does the background, but I want to keep it right in the center. I can also work on the contrast somewhat too if I want. But again, I'm going to keep it into the center. Okay, and then I have this value. I'm going to shrink it up. If I want to keep the dynamic, I can hold the shift key down and it will keep the proportions. If I don't do the shift key, this one will always work. I can always do the proportions, and I have this. I can copy and paste it and then move it around. I'm going to spin it. Okay, I can have and I can copy and paste it. I can spin it some more. I can copy and paste it. Maybe I want to make it a bit smaller in here. This one here, I'm going to copy and paste and make it a bit smaller as well. And maybe the inside ones of these, I'm going to change the color. I'm going to make them red or orange. I'm going to make this one orange as well. I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to shrink it down, make it the orange, and so on. And so with this, I can play with my transparency a little bit so I can see through it. I can add various pieces on. I can do with it as I please. And this is my final art shape for this time with my doodle. And so you can play around in Google Slides with the formatting options. Once you're done, there'll be a collective slide to put it. You put it on the end of your essay so I can see it. I hope this helps.